All right, Jack in the Box Rises. Now, this is the third film in this series, and I have done reviews on the other two movies. If you want to watch them first before watching this, go ahead. But just a little refresher. This movie starts with a group of thieves trying to find this cursed object. And I've talked about this a couple times. Cursed objects can be a video game, a toy, or anything like that. And usually, it will bring a curse to whoever summons it and whatnot. So we have this group of thieves breaking into what's basically this mansion, trying to steal the Jack in the Box. And then we find out that this mansion also doubles as like a young ladies' dorm. So you have several teenage females, you have also a male student, you have a few staff members and whatnot. And of course, in true fashion, somebody summons Jack and he begins to basically manipulate the environment around him so he can trap the students and the staff inside of this mansion and without any help or a window to the outside. One thing I noticed once I started watching the movie, it was like 90% pitch black out. They did have like candles or like a fireplace going, stuff like that. I'm going to assume it was because it's a budgetary issue. It was hard to see what was going on in some of the parts because it was just so dark. So you might want to turn up the brightness on your TV. But you eventually get used to it. And there is a part where they're like eating breakfast. It's supposed to be like the next day. You do get like some faint sunlight coming through the window. You hear the birds chirping. And you do have, an interesting cast of young ladies. You have one of the mean girls. She's a complete bitch to the other characters. And you have a character named Raven. She's pretty much like on the outside in the dormitory. And, it's basically found out that the Jack in the Box is in an old spell book. So you can pretty much kind of guess where this story is going to go. But this still does have some twists and whatnot. It's not just like a demonic Jack in the Box, like the Puppet Master movie, or Demonic Toys, I should say. But it's like an actual character wearing like a big life-sized Jack in the Box costume, which is what I liked about it. I remember when I started watching the movies back in part one, you figured it would just be like, a little toy Jack in the Box, and it would just, curse person to person. But they decided to make him an actual character, and that's one of the things I liked about it. Jack is back, and he's doing his thing. He's going after teenagers and staff alike and killing them, and just taking their souls. Basically, he needs like 6 or 7 souls per cycle to stay alive. And he basically steals their souls and basically drags them back into the box with them. And, there's a little counter on top. It'll say how many people he's killed, how many souls he's collected. This movie, I want to say it's like 83 minutes long. Not super long. Unfortunately, I feel like the budget might have been slashed, and that's why they decided to shoot so much of it during the nighttime, or, night for day. But It wasn't enough to like completely ruin my experience. Like I still enjoyed it, but I'm wondering where this leaves the series for future installments or if they'll do any more because, you know, there's some twists and turns in here, so they could easily make more movies if they wanted to. So I guess we'll see in the future. I bought this at Walmart. I don't think it's on streaming yet, but I was glad to find it at Walmart because there's so few little physical media there anymore. They've just completely slashed the amount of DVDs they sell anymore, or they're locked up in glass. So I was happy to watch this. I mean, I liked it for what it was. I wish the budget had been a little bit higher because it did seem like they were struggling a bit with how they filmed it. But still, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoy the movies. Big fan of Jack in the Box. Hope you guys like this movie as much as I did. Let me know what you guys think of the Jack in the Box series. And be sure to watch my other reviews on the other two movies if you're interested. I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.